arrived in Athens and we have our big SmartCare week. It will be a very exciting week, but I guess also a busy week because we have a range of meetings during this week. Today we will start with our team building meeting and I will speak with Maite Hurtado, our operational manager, and Bridget Moorman, who is leading the Industry Advisory Board, and they will tell us a bit about what to expect during that meeting.
I'm Maite Hurtado, I'm the operations manager for SmartCare, just newly on board since January. And to discover that we have a very big project, a lot of partners, very enthusiastic partners, but that we needed a more effective communication, internal communication, and more team building if we want this to take off and be a successful project. So we decided during our General Assembly in Athens that we would have a team building meeting on the first day, whereby all the different partners from the different areas, be it a deployment side, a user advisory board, industry advisory board, here with me, Bridget Moorman, who has really been helping us a lot with all the IT, giving us advice, commenting and everything. And deployment sites have really been very active with her, and she's been interacting with them over Skype and all other technical means that we've been able to use to find out exactly, what issues were so outstanding, where we could improve them, and what we could do. So we came up with a number of things that perhaps, we need to do things. I'm sure there will be many other things that we'll probably be doing during the next few months. So I'll give my word over to Bridget to see what was her understanding, how she really thought, and how, what
the team building exercise
was. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Bridget Moorman. I'm supporting the Continue Health Alliance, who is providing the industry advisory team support to the SmartCare project. I decided to come early to the meeting, to the team building, and I believe that the team building for this particular General Assembly meeting was important because we have so many different perspectives sitting around the table, and we really needed to understand what the expectations really were with regard to the goals of SmartCare, the management of it, and what our final vision is. So I really appreciate that we had this, and it's helping me be better, provide better support from an industry advisory team role.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I agree with Bridget. The idea of the team building was to set the scene for all the subsequent meetings that we've had. Well, we've had some of them. We've had the User Advisory Board meeting. We now doing the General Assembly meeting, and we will have tomorrow, Friday, the Committed Regions meeting. We had representatives from all those areas, and I think it was just like I said, setting the scene, making sure that we all understand what we have come here for, where are, our lessons learned, our failures, where we can improve, and how can we work better together, so we can take that into regard as we go through all the different sessions and through all the different presentations.
It's now Tuesday evening and we have just finished the meeting with our User Advisory Board. The User Advisory Board supports the project in ensuring that requirements of older people but also service providers are met. And I've just spoken to Maud Luhern from Age, who told us a bit about what was discussed during the meeting.
So my name is Maud and I'm working for Age Platform Europe. Age is an organization representing older people in Europe. We represent more than 160 organizations. Within the framework of the SmartCare project, we are aiming at facilitating the User Advisory Board, and we actually had our second meeting on this week in Athens. The meeting aimed at making the User Advisory Board members meet the pilot site leaders, so to make the pilot site leaders be able to meet the representatives of nurses, the representatives of older people, of patients and of insurers. So the idea is, and what was the objective of this meeting was to discuss the first pilot sites visits within the project. And we actually had a lot of good exchanges on how to have the added value of the User Advisory Board within the SmartCare project. And we see that there is a really positive value of exchanging practices between the user advisory board and the pilot site leaders through the visits. So we aim and we hope that it will be a starting point to launch very good cooperation between user representatives and the pilot site leaders, and we will be a good team and a cooperation team to make the users' voices heard with the pilot site leaders and to achieve some positive impact and concrete impact for the SmartCare project.
It's now Wednesday around lunchtime and we are about to start our General Assembly meeting. It will be very exciting because by now all the first deployment sites have started, and it's actually quite a while ago since we all have met. It's 1 year ago and we were looking forward to this meeting. We will now talk to Matteo Apuzzo, the coordinator of SmartCare, who will tell us a bit more about what to expect during the next 1.5 days and the main topics we will discuss with all partners.
I'm Matteo Apuzzo from Friuli Venezia Giulia region. I'm the coordinator of the project and I represent the region that is leading the consortium of SmartCare project. We in these days are in Athens for our General Assembly, and the General Assembly is a very important moment of the project, in the life of the project, because it's the moment when all the partners meet each other and join the session, working session, sharing knowledge, sharing ideas, and discussing on the implementation of the project. We are having the presentation, for example, of the deployment site, how they are progressing, what they are doing, what are the critical issues as well, and what are the specific ideas included in each deployment site. So the great work that we are doing is to stress, of course, the specific context issues, specific details of each deployment site, but to find commonalities, to find the common way of care, and to share the practices and to know also what can be done in each region, taking into account the experience and the ideas coming from the other regions.
We have just left our last meeting for this week, which was the meeting of our Committed Regions Board. And we will now speak to Bianca De Rosario from the Assembly of European Regions, who will tell us a bit about what has been discussed during the meeting and what the main outcomes were.
So good morning, I'm Bianca De Rosario from the Assembly of European Regions. We are partners in SmartCare as manager and coordinator of the Committed Regions Board, together with our colleagues from Empirica, which are the work package leaders. The Committed Regions Board groups those regions that are not piloting the SmartCare services, but that are preparing to deploy. So our mission is to support them in this preparation, in this paving the way to implement these services in the future. So today we met with all the components, with all the regions composing the Committed Regions Board, in order to see where they stand currently, where they want to go, and what are the obstacles they think they could face in the future or they already identified. So there were interesting discussions, as we could find similar issues, and we could also identify the solutions to be put in practice that were often identified in actions that were already implemented. So the idea was about capitalizing what stakeholders are already doing and to take advantages of best practices from other regions, especially the pilot from SmartCare.
was our SmartCare week in Athens. We are heading off now to have a well-deserved weekend, and see you next time.